What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you everybody for tuning in. It's your girl, and you are listening to the Afro-Dey Radio, aka the Afro-Dey Show, and I am with the one and only Bemi Soul. Welcome to the show. Woo!
Hey, what's up, y'all? I go by the name of Bemi Soul. I'm so excited to be here.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. No problem. I'm super excited to have you on the show. So I know you are originally from Maryland, right? Okay, DMB's in the house, 240-301, gang, gang. I guess I just want to start out by asking, like, as far as music, like, where did it all start for you?
So as far as like professionally doing music, it started like a year ago, last July. But I've always sang like since forever, literally since I was probably like 3. So that wasn't really new to me per se, but it was just kind of new to the world. So yeah, a year though, technically.
Okay, dope. You did a lot in a year, pretty much. So, I do my research on the show. We do our research on this show. So I know you used to go by, I think, Abby. It was like I don't know what the exact username is, but you want to give it to the people who've been following you for a while?
That's so crazy that you're bringing that up. Yeah, I used to go by the.abbylove when I was really heavy in modeling and just starting off with modeling. I just wanted something that was like, I don't know, cute. And then, back then we was using the X as the O. So
yeah, the XO,
it was like the.abbylove, but the love was with an X. So, I mean, now that I look at it, it's kind of like ill, but at the time, I liked it.
I feel you. But okay, so you started out as a model. Did you start out as a model? Okay, cool. So I guess, obviously you started out as a model and now you're a singer. Can you talk about that transition and like how you started out modeling? What came first, modeling or singing, or did it just come both naturally?
So like I said, singing and music has kind of like always been in my family. So that was never technically new. But modeling kind of was what really started my, I guess you can say, career as far as anything creative. That was kind of when everything took off. But transitioning it still is hard a little bit, but now I feel like because I've done so many performances and so many shows, like, and just been promoting my music a little bit heavier, people are starting to take me more serious as an artist. I think that was kind of just like what I was having struggles with, was kind of, getting people away from Abby, the model, and introducing them to Bemi, the artist. Okay. Yeah.
So obviously, I mean, I know why. I know what it is, but can you tell people like who don't know, like where did the name Bemi Soul come from? Obviously, like you went from Abby now to Bemi. You're probably always Bemi, but where did the name come from for you?
All right, so my full name is Abigail Bemi Soul Olaya. So, at school, baddest, at school, all my friends would call me Abby, Abigail, and then, like church and real family would call me Bemi Soul. So I don't know. I just feel like Bemi Soul came when I was with my sister Ope, who also does music, and we were just sitting there thinking like, what is something that fits you? We need a name for you, and we just came up with Bemi Soul, and it kind of just represents really who I am. So it was kind of just, I feel like, a name that was destined. It just happened. Like, wow. I don't know. Yeah.
That's super, super dope. Do you and your sister make music at all together?
Yeah, we have like a cover out. It's the Girls Love Beyonce cover from like 2014. It's so old. Dope. Yeah, it's in the cut. Don't look for it. But yeah, so we have that, and we have like 2 songs, but they're not out yet. But we do record music occasionally together.
Okay, dope. So, I guess obviously you went from being a model. You've always done music, but I guess when did that aha factor come where you were like, you know what, I really want to pursue this professionally? Because we were speaking before, like you were probably in college, right? You were in college at the time. Like when did that moment come when you were like, I'm gonna pursue this?
Okay. I've always wanted to do music, but I was kind of just scared. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like even before I started modeling, I always wanted to, like I did features for other artists all the time because they knew I sang, but I never had the courage to say, okay, I'm gonna release my own song. It was always featuring Bemi Soul, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until honestly I met my manager now, Mega. Shout out to Mega. And he kind of just saw a video of me on my IG singing, and he was just like, yo, like, why aren't you taking this seriously? You got this, blah, blah, blah. And I think he was kind of like, the passion was always there. Sometimes everyone just needs that little push or that one person in their corner to let them see what they couldn't see in themselves. And that's kind of how it was with him. So he kind of just pushed me, and I was all right. Yeah, I gotta go hard.
Wow, wow, yeah. That's really, really dope. Did that happen while you were in school at all?
Yeah, that happened while I was in my senior year. Senior year of college.
Okay, so here's my next question. Hopefully, a lot of people can relate to that. So how is it? You're Nigerian, right? So being a Nigerian woman and growing up obviously in a Nigerian household, how was it? Explaining that to your parents. Like, I don't know, how do they feel about it? Are they supportive? Like, you're in school, obviously. What were you studying?
It was accounting at first, but then I changed to marketing because I was not about that numbers life.
Nah, I feel you. And marketing is good to know, just because obviously you have a career that you're building, and just to be able to market yourself to an audience, that's really, really important. But like, when did you ever sit down and have that talk with them, and how did they feel about it at first?
My parents have known that I wanted to sing and model and do music since I was a kid. Like, I've traveled to Las Vegas, I've traveled to Los Angeles, New York. I did America's Got Talent. My father was out in the cold with me for 8 hours, waiting to audition. So like, this is not like, you know what I'm saying? None of this is honestly new. It's just new to the world. But to me, I've always tried to pursue this. It's just now being displayed, for everyone to see. Yeah.
So I know you moved back here in July. Is it now? Okay. So I mean, ever since you moved back in July, how has it been transitioning from living in Maryland, coming here, and like, I mean, you're in a place where like everybody's trying to make it, so you got to grind. You have to like claw your way to the top. How has it been? How's the pressure been? And how's that transition been for you?
It's still a transition. Like, July was 4 months ago. Like, moving to New York in itself was just like, oh my gosh. And then having a full-time job on top of that, and then still trying to like pursue everything. It's been a lot. I'm still not even 100% sure of what I'm doing. I'm kind of just coasting everything, and just trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. But it's still a transition. Like, I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I do love New York. Like, I love being out here. I love the vibes. I love the grind. That's kind of why I came out here. Yeah. I just felt like I was a little too stagnant back home. So I was just like, nah, I need to go somewhere that's quick, fast, something new. I've been in Maryland my whole life. So I was like, yeah, it's time to dip.
We're always repping Maryland. It's always 30124 till you die. But it's always good to like leave and get a different environment. Something where like New York can be crazy sometimes, but like that grind is what I think it differs from a lot of cities everywhere else. So for you, as far as music, we just played one of your songs, Fiendin'. Okay, so what was the process like when creating this record, or what was your inspiration? Where did this record come from? How did it come about?
Okay, so Fiendin' I wrote in my bedroom my first senior year. Yes, I was a super senior.
High school or
college?
Oh wow.
Yes, girl, because I changed my major. And so I was just in my bedroom, and I was just listening to beats, and I will always send my manager references, and then like my music making process is I'll listen to a beat, and then I'll write whatever melodies come to my head, or I'll record them and then I write to it. And with Fiendin', the melodies just came so easy. I think that's why the song is so catchy, because it was literally like it just happened. I don't know, like it just happened. I don't know how to explain it. It's just kind of like what you feel when you're in that moment, and what the beat kind of makes you feel. And does it make you feel happy? Does it make you feel sad? Do you want to talk about love? Do you want to talk about fighting? That type of thing. It just tells you, like, you know.
Okay. That's so dope. And these songs were written by you? Yeah. That's so dope. So when it comes to music, I guess, for you, do you feel like you were a singer first, or do you feel like you were a writer first? Some people, they become writers, and you're just like, okay, maybe I could start singing, or they're singers and they start writing. Where did it come? Which one came first, if that makes sense?
Okay. Yeah, singing definitely came first, but I always wrote as well. But singing is just more natural for me. Like writing, I'm still growing as far as that, and just trying to learn and expand my writing capabilities. But singing definitely came first. Yeah.
So obviously you have a song coming out that I want to talk about, and it's called Vibe, and it's a remix, because I know this. Yeah. So it's featuring a lady by the name of Rebecca. I forgot her last name.
Rebecca Winter. Yeah, my good sis.
Okay, so tell us about this record before our DJ comes and plays it for us. So tell us a little bit about this record before we play it.
Okay. So Vibe was my second single, and so now I have a Vibe remix coming out with Rebecca Winter. She's another upcoming young, beautiful African Afrobeats artist, and she's just so supportive, mad talented, and you know she wanted to collab, and I wanted to collab, so we did this together.
Okay, dope. Okay, shout out to Rebecca Winter. We're gonna take a quick break, and I want you guys to listen to "Vibe," the remix by Bemi Soul featuring Rebecca Winter. Let's get it, Nick.
Don't you lose your cool. We gon' ride one time for the one time. Just try.
What's up? What's up? What's up? I hope you guys are still awake. I hope you guys are still there. I hope you enjoyed the Vibe, aka Vibe by Bemi Soul, featuring Rebecca Winter. Super, super, super dope song. So I just want to let everybody know how I found out about Bemi Soul. So I went to this one showcase called Afro Night Live. Shout out to DJ YB. He put on all the artists on that, and he did a dope job. Super, super dope. Great crowd control. She had like everybody in there like just vibing and swinging, and like I was in my feelings like damn, like it was just like that type of music. But I guess I don't know, like I just want to congratulate you on like being able to, like, you've been coming up here, you got mad work. I really want to talk about Zlatan Live tomorrow. Bemi is opening up, like, you know, telling people where to go.
All right, so go to Amazura, guys. Tomorrow night it's gonna be lit. I'm opening up for Zlatan. You know what I'm saying? I actually have a rehearsal for the show after this. So yeah, you know, we're putting in work. It's gonna be lit. So make sure you come through.
Everybody, for real. Mr. Zanku will be the originator. Not the originator of Zanku, but, you know, Mr. Killing Them will definitely be in the building tomorrow, and Bemi is going to be opening up. Congratulations to you. So I just want to just talk about, like, you know, anything you might have in the future. For example, like any EPs coming up, any albums. Is the album coming soon at all? Give us the tea.
So I'm currently working on finishing up my third single, which is going to be out very, very soon, extremely, extremely soon. As far as an EP and a project, that's not going to be out until 2020. I'm still working on that. I want to take my time on it because it is going to be my first official project, and I'm like a perfectionist. So I'm going to try to just like make it as personal as I can, just so people can relate to it, so that I can have a relationship with it. And yeah, so it's gonna come, but just in 2020.
So this is my second to last question. So obviously you do R&B, but would you say you're a mixture of Afro beats and R&B? Like, how would you describe like your genre? Because it seems very unique.
Afro soul. Afro soul, yeah. Cause like I kind of grew up with both. Like that's kind of why I said Bemi Soul fits me, because you have the Bemi, you know, which is the Afro, and the soul, which is the where the R&B comes in. So it's just trying to find a merge, the perfect merge between the two. And then when you find that perfect balance, that's where I am. Yeah.
That's so dope. Actually, I lied. That's not my second to last question. This is my second to last question. So, being that you're a female in this industry, in a very male-dominated industry, being that it's, you know, Afro beats and then you have R&B, like what advice do you have for people trying to navigate that industry? And like, you know, if you want to give any insight on any trials and tribulations that you've gone through and how you've overcome it, just to be taken seriously, just as a woman in this industry.
You kind of just have to prove yourself, is annoying as it might be, especially as a woman, because you feel like you have to work 10 times harder sometimes to get the same amount of love as your, like, you know, male counterparts. You just have to do what you have to do with your artistry and with your craft. It's like about you. It's kind of about you at the end of the day. And then it's just like whoever rocks with you, and whoever doesn't. And I would just say, just be confident in what it is that you have to offer, and what's for you is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So you should never even look at it as, oh, I have to make sure I'm working hard to beat this man. It should be, I'm making this music because I genuinely love it. And then if it goes where it goes, then it goes there. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it should be about any of that. Focus on you, and you're going to get to where you're supposed to be.
Dope. Yeah. I really love that advice. This is my very, very last question. Are you going to Nigeria in December? And if you're not, when are we going to see Bemi Soul in Nigeria performing?
Yes, sir.
You are?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. So I'm so excited about that. I'm like mad excited because that's gonna be my first time. So I've never been, so I know it's gonna be like an experience like no other, and I'm like so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Are you performing anywhere at all? Any interviews coming up? Like, what's the plan for Nigeria? If you can't give us too much, give us like a little sneak peek.
I can't give you too much, but just know I'm gonna link up with some like great people, and 2020 is just gonna be different. Amen.
By fire. By fire. I will be seeing you in Nigeria. Thank you so much for coming on my show. You did such a good job. This is your first radio interview? Yeah. She did a dope job. You definitely killed it, and it was really nice speaking with you. And I will see you this December for sure. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, the Nigerian turn up is crazy, y'all. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Afro-Dey Radio. Thank you, Bemi, for coming on. Shout out to my guest DJ, Nick Seal HQ, a.k.a. the latest DJ that came out of St. John's, basically. Hey. But, yeah, thank you, everybody, for listening in. And tune in next time for Afro-Dey Radio. We out.
Don't you lose your cool.